Why, hello there, fellow brothers and sisters. This is Buster here again, and this time we're here with a little bit of review video. This is the first time I'm doing this in the channel, so bear with me. Well, the games to play that we want to play in this year in 2020, there's a few that came out, but I was expecting and I was trying to save some money for it. But the question is, which do I get? But people being people, just made my choices easier. Well, let's start up with the selection list. And in the selection is Overwatch 2, which I was interested in it ever since I watched the trailer in 2019, and I got depressed because it got delayed. It's 2020 and we're on to 2021, and there's still not much of a news. And the news that came out is the lead developer or director of Overwatch 2 left for some reason because of scandals and allegations. Well, and the project was delayed. We don't know when it will be released indefinitely. So, that's one into the trash. And number two, we're going with I wish to buy Vanguard because I was interested with the graphics and the story, but judging by how Angry Joe just railed on the game so much, it just goes to show that it's more of a movie than a game ever is. And there's a crap ton of bugs and issues that popped out in the game. And there's been nothing good ever said about Vanguard. So, that's another choice into the trash. Well, the third of the choice is Battlefield 2042. I was impressed with the graphics, and it was the continuation of Battlefield 5's. I don't know if Wrecker will be there. We saw Pack, and I don't know the name of the characters, but still, it's a good continuation. But the problem with it is how much of a high quality PC you need just to simply enjoy the game. And I know my PC cannot handle it because, well, let's just be truthful and honest. It's just that my PC Intel Core i7 Generation 4 and my Nvidia graphics cards is just Nvidia GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. So I only met the bare minimum that the game demands, along with 12 gigabyte memory. So, can I buy it? I want to try it, but because of Russian Badger's news on how it deals with a computer, he has a high performance computer, and he said it himself that the game literally made his computer burst into flames. And that was a high powered PC. So my low powered PC has no snowball chance in heck to survive that kind of pressure. So that's another one to the trash. But what game should we be playing in this year? Oh, I'm just kidding, guys. Besides, the audio that I heard in the menu really does the game justice. Halo Infinite. But still, let's get down to brass tacks. Halo Infinite is an amazing game. I've only played the multiplayer, and campaign is going to be released on December 8th. But with how multiplayer has been well received by a lot of people, it is the game to buy in 2020. So I'm going to be buying it, and I'll be posting a campaign step by step uh, stage by stage process on the game when it comes out. You know me. But still, another topic that we want to get done here is why we're all here. What kind of weapons do we want to be seen added to Halo Infinite? Well, there's a lot of guns that I feel like should be added because I kind of felt that the current arsenal is somewhat lacking. I'm just whelmed or underwhelmed by the amount of guns that I could use. Sure, there are nifty guns that showed up in Infinite, and it really made the game fun to play. But they should think of adding more of the classic guns that we've all come to know and love when Chief was holding it. Well, let's get down to the tier list on what we want to be added. Well, let's go off with the classic shotgun in Halo Combat Evolved. The M90 shotgun that usually we saw in Johnson's hands. And later in Chief's hands. It's just the Bulldog uh, barrel magazine shotgun is kind of weak because it took me 3 shots just to kill a fellow Spartan. 2 to destroy the shield, and 1 more. It feels like, is this even a shotgun? It feels weak. So let's get the M90 shotgun because of its stopping power during the first time we saw it in the games. Well, another selection for the weapons is we all know that the turrets can be detached and to be used as a heavy weapon. But it's just a machine gun. We want something with a little bit more bite. Why not add the AIE 486H heavy machine gun? Who wants to be the Terminator up here? Well, we know that the heavy turret before, it's so fun to play carrying it this and using it like a freaking Terminator. Wrong story, Paul. Wrong story. Well, more of a more weapons that we want to see is I'm feeling a little bit slow with the rate of fire with the current weapon platforms for the games. Well, let's get some from the Halo 2. The weapon that I loved there is the M7 SMG, the rapid fire that you can play with an akimbo style. It's just a fun machine gun and it's so rapid fire. Some of the weapon platforms on Halo Infinite is somewhat of a slow shooting guns that needs to be sped up. Well, that's another gun that we want there. And let's get on with, I'm feeling a little bit cheated out that there's some the amount of Covenant weapons is somewhat lacking and there's more brute weapons there. More of an elite weapon. Here, directed energy rifle, which is the plasma machine gun for the Covenant. It really is. I want a plasma weapon that's not burst fire. It just feels so cheap that the plasma carbine is a burst fire weapon, but in old games, it's an automatic weapon. So, I want an automatic plasma weapon on Halo Infinite. Just to be fair. And some of you have been asking, or are you guys even wondering, what happened to the Magnum? All we have here is the wimpy pistol that takes so many shots just to kill a Spartan. I want the stopping power of a Magnum. At least 3 shots for a pistol. It's just a fun thing to have. It's also the trademark sidearm for a Spartan. Where is it? Please add that to Halo Infinite. And let's get on to more heavy weapons. If we're facing a Wraith or we're facing a Scorpion, we want an anti-armor solution. And the Spanker is a good one, but give us a bit more variety. In Halo 4, I know people hate the game Halo 4, but the gameplay is nice. The story is utter garbage. But let's get the recoilless carbine from Halo 4. The railgun. Basically the railgun that you found in one of the stations. Let's see this name. A symmetric recoilless carbine. It's basically a railgun that can destroy heavy shielding. So, let's add that for an anti-armor solution. And where the heck... And talking with the anti-armor solution, with the last weapons that we want to see, an honorable mention is the Brute Shot, especially from Red versus Blue, when the meta was carrying it. It's a nice gun to see. Other honorable mentions, please leave a comment below on what weapons do you want to see in Halo Infinite more. And last but not least, the Covenant's Fuel Rod Cannon. Who could not enjoy this? Especially when you can do is have it reloaded and hand it over one of the Marines that accompanies you in the games on Halo, and just have an unlimited supply of rocket launcher ammo to destroy the Covenant. Well, that's all basically all the weapons that we want to see in Halo Infinite, but it really is a fun game, and I recommend you guys, if you want a game to play in 2020, Halo Infinite is the best option. So, if you guys want more of these kinds of videos that me discussing about things, about games or anything else, just leave a comment down below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you really want to. It's really up to you, my fellow brothers and sisters. This is Buster here. Thank you guys so much for listening to my horseshit, and I am signing out.